Another week where two more sports have wrapped up the season. On this week's show, we will go back to state volleyball and state cross country. Plus, we will have football action from tonight and Tuesday. It is all on this week's Scoreboard Show.
Presentation of Scoreboard Show on Smoky Hills Public Television is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
The T-Birds dream it, the sky is the limit, cloud is right along your way to your dream career. Come and see, get on your way to what you want to be. Cloud County Community College, going anywhere starts here.
Dove Chevrolet Buick Cadillac, providing sales, service, and genuine GM parts to the Golden Belt since 1957. Located at 4217 West 10th, right next to Brahms in Great Bend. Come see us.
Welcome, I'm your host, Troy Waymaster. 6A, 5A, and 2 1A football teams played tonight, and let's take a look at some of the scores from tonight's action. We will have highlights of the Tuesday and tonight's football action coming up later in the show. But first, let's head out to state volleyball competition. Let's get things started with the 1A state volleyball competition from Saturday on the campus of Fort Hays State University. First up, Division 1. The 4 teams surviving out of pool play from Friday were Spearville, St. John, Centralia, and Waverly. St. John took on Spearville. St. John took Spearville in 2, 25-16 and 25-6. For the championship, St. John would have to play the winner of the Centralia versus Waverly. Centralia would defeat Waverly in 2, but they would be 2 very close games with no more than a 3-point lead at any time. Final scores 25-23 and 26-24. In the consolation match, Waverly versus Spearville. Spearville would get the lead early and be in control the whole way to the win, 25-15. Waverly coming in as the 8th seed was not done as they fought for the game to win, 25-20. The third and deciding game, Waverly continued to battle to prove their 8th seed. Waverly ended the game 3 with a 25-16 win and an unexpected third-place win. Now to the championship match, St. John taking on Centralia. Game 1, St. John had an early lead. They would be in control, however Centralia would keep it close. It just would not be enough as St. John would get the win 25-21. Game 2, Centralia realized that they had to win to keep their dreams alive. Centralia continued to fight back, and St. John could not overcome the lead that Centralia made. Centralia getting the win 25-23 and sending this match also into the third and deciding game. St. John knew what they had come for, and they were not looking back now. St. John dominated Game 3, leaving little to no doubt in getting the win 25-12 to win the 2011 state championship. They are back-to-back 1A Division I state champions. Now staying in Hays with 1A Division II state volleyball championship. The 4 teams that survived their pool play were Norwich, Baileyville B&B, Hutchinson Central Christian, and Logan. In the first semifinal, Norwich versus Hutchinson Central Christian, it went to 3 games. In the first game, both teams swapped points until Central Christian took over and headed for the win 25-16. Game 2, Norwich got an early lead, sending Central Christian's timing off, allowing Norwich to get the win 25-17. Norwich fought hard in the third game after a tied score of 10 took place. With an upset win of 25-22 and possibility of the match of the day, Norwich advances on to the championships. They would have to face the winner of Baileyville B&B versus Logan. Baileyville would control the whole entire way with a 25-13 and 25-18 wins. With Baileyville B&B's win, it would set up Logan taking on Hutchinson Central Christian in the consolation match. Logan was outmatched in Game 1, and Logan would fight back to Central Christian's 8-0 lead, but they would not be able to get it done as they fell 25-16. Game 2, though, was a different story as Logan had a small lead early. This time they were the ones in control and holding off Central Christian all the way to a 25-21 victory. With Logan's Game 2 victory, they would get thrown off track with the win and never be able to get back on. With Central Christian in the zone, they would battle Logan to a 25-19 third place victory. Now moving to the championship match, Baileyville B&B versus Norwich. Norwich would get an early lead, making B&B to fight back. They were not able to battle back, and Norwich would win Game 1, 25-16. For Game 2, B&B were still battling with Norwich while trading points back and forth. Baileyville built up a nice lead and never gave up, causing the match to go into a third deciding game with a 25-18 win. Game 3, they traded points again, but Baileyville got the lead of 17-12 and carried it through to the win 25-19. Baileyville becomes the 2011 1A Division II State Volleyball Champion. Now for 2A State Championship Volleyball. At the end of pool play, only Smith Center, Olpe, Washington County, and Pratt Skyline remain. First up, Washington County versus Smith Center. The first game was tense as these two teams fought for every point. In the end, Washington County edged out Smith Center 25-22. The second game was not so close as Washington County got themselves in gear and beat the Lady Redmen by 8 points. Meanwhile, Pratt Skyline and Olpe were battling it out for their chance at the final. The first game was strange as Pratt was entirely unable to settle into their game. Olpe won 25-10. The second game was more like what you'd expect with Pratt Skyline showing off the skills that got them this far. Unfortunately for them, Olpe had picked up too much momentum. They took the second game as well and advanced. Now for the final. Olpe came out of the gate swinging, and although Washington County managed to stabilize it, wasn't quite enough. The first game went to Olpe. The second game was another story, as Washington County's patience paid off and they managed to barely edge out their competitor, taking the game 22-25. And then it all came down to this, the final game. Both teams gave it their all, and the score of 27-25 shows that. But only one could be the winner. The Olpe Lady Eagles took the game, the match, the championship, and the day. Washington County took second place, Smith Center took third, and Pratt Skyline took fourth. Thousands of fans traveled to Wamego last Saturday for the 4-2-1A State Cross Country Meet. Over 500 runners ran the course at the Wamego Country Club. The 4A girls began the day. The team scores were led by Baldwin taking first, May South was second, Paola third, and Pratt finished in fourth place. The first runner to cross the finish line was Cheyenne Becker of Pratt with a time of 15:19. 13 seconds later was Michaela Hedden of Heston, third, and Concordia's Courtney Monson finished in ninth place. Now for the 4A boys. First place was won by Angel Vasquez of DeSoto with a time of 16:30. Ethan Hartzell of Baldwin took second. Hiawatha's Cale Heiniger was third. Jacob Wallace of Andale took fourth. Wamego's Hudson Phillip was fifth. Let's go to the 2A girls race. Last year's winner, Jenna Ferris of Lincoln, led the pack early and went on to finish in first place with a time of 15:40. 5 seconds later was Lauren Harrell of Marantha Academy. Paige Wells of Wichita County finished in third. Jenna Snell of Ellenwood was fifth. And Ness City's Jessie Rubbottom was sixth. Jenna Black of Stanton County took seventh. Lincoln's Emma Husky was eighth. Haley Liberty of Oakley finished ninth. Hill City's Leslie Van Lonen took 10th. Katie Whitesell of Bennington took 11th. And Plainville's Cassidy Rathman finished in 12th place. Marantha Academy took home the team title. Ellenwood was second. And Barron Academy took third. Now for the 2A boys. Last year's runner-up Brady Johnson of Plainville has his sights set on first place this year, as well as 100 other runners. The teams were led by Ellenwood in first, Stanton County was second, and Winchester Jeff County took third. Brady Johnson breaks away from the pack to take first place, 24 seconds ahead of the second place finisher. Sprinting to the finish, Tyler Shields of Decatur Community. Kyle Chavely of Ness City takes third. Raul Patoya of Stanton County took fourth. Tyler Roberts of Sterling was fifth. Pedro Montoya of Ellenwood took sixth. Meade's Gunnar Cords was seventh. Joseph Inman of Elkhart took eighth. Now let's wrap up the state meet with the 1A girls and boys. In the girls race, Lawrence Bishop Seabury took first as the team followed by Greeley County and Axtell. Audrey Schmitz of Axtell took first with a time of 15:48. Osborne's Eileen Mick was second. Kylie Drake of Dexter took third. Kate Albright of Bishop Seabury fourth. Greeley County's Kennedy Schneider finished in fifth place. Lisa Penner of Maxville was sixth. Pretty Perry's Selena Waplehorst was seventh. Coriana Yanez of Greeley County took eighth. Oxy's Maddie Niblock was ninth. And Maddie McCaffrey of Bishop Seabury took 10th. Now for the boys. Last year's state champion Gunnar Hayes of Northern Valley stayed near the head of the pack and pulled out ahead to take first place honors with a time of 16:45. 21 seconds later was Centralia's Lucas Koch. Pike Valley's Caden Calloway took third. Luke Freese of Hoxie was fourth. Greeley County's Troy Weiniger took fifth. Adam Koch of Frankfort took sixth. Stafford's Derek McClure was seventh. Team scores had Pike Valley taking first, Greeley County was second, and Axtell took third. In a 5A state quarterfinal soccer game, it was Salina Central hosting Liberal on Tuesday. In the first 13 minutes of the contest, Salina Central lit up the scoreboard. Then Liberal answered back with their own goal to tie it up. Liberal's Izai Gutierrez then would get another goal to go up on Central 2-1. Salina Central would then come answering back with a goal from Aaron Ordonez. This would tie up the contest 2-2, with only 67 more minutes to play in regulation. Both teams would get shots on goal, but nothing would find their way to the back of the net. In the second half, both teams would continue to try to get the lead, but with 15:49 left to play in the contest, Liberal's Eduardo Moreno gets this pass downfield and kicks it in for the goal as Liberal goes up on Salina Central 3-2. This will put pressure on Salina as they get the ball away from Liberal, and Tanner Montoy kicks it, soaring past the Liberal goalkeeper to tie it back up 3-3. Liberal get a chance to get the win as they get it downfield, but it goes soaring over the goal, and it goes down to overtime. First overtime, 10 minutes, sudden death. Overtime action would take place on both ends of the field. The main action would seem to take place in slow motion. Jesus Mendez passes it off to Eduardo Moreno. Moreno takes a shot on the goal. Salina Central goalkeeper gets a hand on it and blocks it. Izai Gutierrez gently knocks it in for the goal and the win. They advance on to the 5A state soccer competition in Kansas City. The semifinals took place today with a championship and consolation games being played tomorrow. Well, that wraps up volleyball and cross-country seasons. State soccer is underway with state champions being crowned tomorrow. But before we get to tomorrow's action, we have to head out to football from Tuesday and tonight. And Casey will be in right after this quick break with all the football action. Don't go away.
Presentation of Scoreboard Show on Smoky Hills Public Television is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Bethany College is helping me begin my path in life.
I'm a student whose professors get to know me.
I'm an athlete competing for the Swede.
And I'm a community member involved in something bigger than myself.
Are you ready to explore your path?
Exhibit Customs does cars and trucks, wheels, tires, truck accessories, audio, video, subs and amps. It's not just the products they offer, it's the service behind the products. Get it tough, get it loud, get it mean, get it downright bad. Exhibit Customs, you're an individual. Prove it.
Welcome to the football half of the Scoreboard Show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Casey McAvoy, and we're going to take a look at Tuesday night's games first. Less of me means more for you. We'll be right back after this break.
Football action on Scoreboard Show is brought to you in part by Simpson Farm Enterprises of Ransom, Hayes, Great Bend, and Beloit, your local spray coop and Apache dealer.
The Garden Plain Owls started off in highlights versus the Southeast Saline Trojans, and the mile-high man Denver Doyle takes the ball down to the 5-yard line before John Balthazar brings him down First and goal, Dylan Clark only needs 5 yards forward, but he'll take 10 left and right and punch it home for a Garden Plain touchdown. Trojan ball, senior Nathan Peterson fakes a handoff, avoids the sack and throws it up, way up, and he's got Brock Long for the reception. And shotgun goes Peterson, play action. Ethan Hayes putting on some pressure, but Peterson gets it off, only to go to the wrong guy, and Josh Becker gets the pick for the Owls D. Lucas Jennings at quarterback throws on the run, and Trojans get the ball right back as Balthazar gets the interception. Peterson plenty of time to throw, and whoops, it goes up, and whoops, it comes down into the hands of Balthazar, who gets a pick and a touchdown. Field goal attempt, not. Peterson keeps it and converts for 2 points, but Garden Plain takes this one 42-29 and will take on Wichita Collegiate. Alex Main has a word with Coach C.T. Young, and he wants to pass, and he has no other option but to run. He'll do that, running right for a 15-yard gain. Wyatt Slavin goes to Coulter Croft. He decides he doesn't want to get tackled, so he won't. Nice play as he stays with it and runs 65 yards for the touchdown. And Main's to pass. Down the middle, he finds a wide open Justin Halflich. He picks up a first down and more and gets the ball just inside the red zone. Back to South Gray. Slavin takes a snap, hands it off to Croft. He goes pretty much untouched up the middle for a 70-yard run. South Gray puts up 60 and will take on this next highlighted team, Central Plains. Those Oilers crowd ready to take on the Quinter Bulldogs. First the Bulldogs, Brett Priest at quarterback. He gives to Alex Albin, and with the hole to run in, he'll take it all the way. Oilers football, Bryce Steiner tosses to Brent Kimmer, and 45 yards later and a missed tackle, Kermer strikes oil and gets the score. Nick Shepman gets the handoff, hits the seam, and a good 8-yard pickup, tackled by Alex Albin. And we got a long snap count coming. Steiner under center. He gives to Skylar Turner. He only needs about a yard across the goal line. He does just that. Garden Plains puts up 50, and a repeat takes on South Gray. Lincoln football, Brian Miller gives to Shandon Marino, taking it right side. That's goal line for a Bronc touchdown. That speedy Marino down the far sideline, fast as fast can be, and Seth Durr just puts a stop to it at the 40. Miller to pass down the middle. Cody Kinnear leaps a mile for the catch. Broncos moving the ball, have it at the 20. More Marino. Guess what? You won today on the Scoreboard Show. 6 points, courtesy of your offensive line and 4 tackling in the secondary. The Phillipsburg Panthers take a shot, and Sean Newland tosses to Hunter Kohler, and he'll get 15 before Reno Armstrongs him down for the tackle. Newland fakes a handoff and the camera guy, but we come to find that he finds a wide open Tad Thompson for the score. Phillipsburg advances and will play at Beloit. Alexander Rinkin under center. He gives to Miles Thomas, who takes it up the middle through traffic, breaks the tackle, gets a good 14 yards before he's brought down by Austin Holmes. Rinkin in shotgun, and he'll take off with it, finding that end zone on the quarterback draw, and the undefeated Knights pick up 6. More Lakeside. Rinkin tosses to Bo DeMoney. He'll take it left, pick up about 13 yards before Tyson Robke knocks him out of bounds. Rinkin options to Thomas down the far sideline. He's going to take this one 30 yards before knocking out of bounds. Let's give that Lebo Wolves a look here on offense. Trevor White gives to Sam Strotter. He jumps over one defender, and Thomas finally pushes him out after a 15-yard pickup. Scrambling left, Clayton Weiss, but it appears to be Rinkin is over his back, and it will be a first and goal after the pass interference. Wolves take advantage. Holmes handoff. And now we go to Osborne. Osborne Bulldogs play host to Little River Redskins. 4th down. Ethan Slothauer keeps this one, picks up, and he'll take it to the 1, almost getting across the goal line, but Chet Cordell stops him short. Damon Sure, and we're not quite sure if he gets it over, but the ref is, and it's touchdown, Osborne. Redskins offense, Tevin Rinkin gives to Chet Cordell. Cordell takes it right, but guess what? He doesn't like it, so he's going to bring it all the way to the other side of the field where there are no defenders and a touchdown awaiting his presence. Slothauer will give to Sure on 1st down, and guess what again? He doesn't like the left side of the field, so he'll bring it right. Bryant Walters throws a nice block, and not quite the same results, but something out of nothing as Cody Cox knocks him out of bounds. Slothauer to pass, and he hits Jace Winder. That's a 1st down. Cordell on the tackle. Quick give up the middle, and Sure is in for sure this time. More Bulldog action. Quarterback keeper Slothauer has room to run, and this is just another 6 of 60 points put on the board as Osborne travels to Maxville for Game 2. Cougar Country hosting the Moscow Wildcats. Trevor Keller fakes the handoff, plenty of time in the pocket, but no one open. He'll take this one for himself, and that's going to be a touchdown, Cougars. Keller gives to Dylan Wisman, and plenty of room to run. In fact, about 50 yards of pure green grass ahead of him, and Breckeroff tackles him, but not before another 6 for the Otis Bison Cougars. Moscow on offense, Roop at quarterback. Osvaldo Granillo just gets tripped up after a 5-yard gain. Jonathan Manriquez gets the carry and does a sweet job of keeping those feet running. Keeps his balance. Matt Croninger just gets him down at the 2-yard line. Roop looking for a hole, and Croninger almost comes up with a stop, but touchdown Moscow. Otis Bison takes this one, however, 68-20 and goes to Victoria. Smith Center, Alex Haldeman starting the showdown with Ellsworth. Kyler Atwood, a nice push from his teammates. He had 111 yards on the ground and 2 scores. Bearcats running an option. Freeze to Hudson, nowhere to go. Coleman playing both sides of the ball, as do most small-town football players. Not only can he tackle, but he can also rack up 192 yards and 3 scores. Freeze where to pass, doesn't know, so he'll take off with it, and he'll pick up a first down. Redmond passing it around, and Nathan Cox is receiving, following his blockers, and his only catch of the night goes for 47 yards. Ben Morrell on the tackle. Coleman doing what he did in triple with another touchdown run here. Smith Center puts up 52, plays Scott City in the next round. Ulysses Tigers take the field. Hook to tie back the Pratt Greenbacks. Here we go, Ulysses Armando Sandoval with the ball. He'll bring it far left side, streak down the sideline, outrunning the secondary, and put it in the end zone on a 75-yard run for the Tigers. But the Greenbacks are going to answer right back, though, because Austin McLean is wide open, but Josh Jarnigan is there to stop the play at the 10. Now, here's the final answer to finish off that last play. B.J. Dean won't pass. Instead, he'll run it in on first down and dive across the goal line for a Pratt touchdown. Back to Ulysses. Braden Langston to pass, sitting comfortably in the pocket. He has Tate Anise, and the receiver makes a nice move, slipping his defenders. 70-yard catch and run. And Tigers again. And Jarnigan. Ulysses loves their sideline, and number 4 takes it 75 yards for the score. Ulysses puts up a big 6-0 and will play Heston for game 2. The Thunder Ridge Longhorns and Joel Straka running the ball against the Wallace County Wildcats. Picks up 17 yards here. Up the middle, Struckoff strikes it rich for Thunder Ridge on 3rd down. He's in for the score. Gavin Moat goes back to pass, looking, no one there. He'll take off 20 yards down the near sideline, and a flag at the end of play. Looked like Gage Henderson had a hold. Moat pass this time, looking for Callahan Grun, but Blaine Raby steps in front, simply knocks it down. Struckoff splits the D, will take it 20 yards into the end zone. Touchdown, Thunder Ridge. Completes a pass here by Moat. Henderson gets the reception and a first down. Austin Herman on the tackle. One more time, and the 220-pound lineman, Dakota Foreman, gets a tip. Interception. Raby trying to put out his arm deep down the left sideline, leaping up with a nice catch. Sweet touchdown, Thunder Ridge. Now take a look at the brackets and find out where your team is playing in round 2. Program. Here we go. Damon Cotton, he spins in for the score and had over 200 yards rushing on the night. Hayes High first and goal. Austin Unrein gives to David Cardinal. He gets the score, and folks, he'll be back next year. Salt Hawks and Lucas Munns cost it up, and Hayes High's Jake Sedbrook is right there to fall on top of it. If they take advantage of turnovers, this was Hayes High's ball game. Cardinal gets a pass up the middle. He flips it to himself. Brady Bargmon on the tackle. Big game for Hayes High. Unrein picks up the first down and won't quit there as he gets another 6 for the Indians. Cotton racking up more yards outside, bounces right off TJ Dreiling. No one else will catch him as he turns it up the middle and takes it home. Hutch advances to the next round. Sacred Heart Knights hosting the Pride of Plainville and the Cardinal football team. Brad McKinsky leads the team on the field. Harrison Gillen gets a handoff, and we'll find him sooner or later, and we'll find him in the end zone for a Cardinal touchdown. Joel McCrickard passes as he scrambles, and nice and easy in the end zone is Dalton Warner. Goodness gracious, that Gillen is at it again as he starts right, and he is in an ambidextrous runner as he can take it left as well, and finally gets brought down at the 5-yard line. McCrickard is willing to be one of the 10 lords of leaping over the Knights defense in an upcoming play called Touchdown Plainville. The Railers on a winning streak hope to keep it alive versus the Stanton County Trojans. A helmet full of good plays as Riley Hunsicker passes to Gerald Hurl on 3rd down, gets enough for the first. Stanton County, Fabian Sierra halfback option pass goes to the other side of the field and hits Quinn Hendrick, and he'll score one up for Trojan football. Hunsicker fakes the handoff, throws back past the flat to Hurl. He's going to stiff arm one tackle, and Kyle Rodriguez finally gets him out of bounds. Hunsicker at quarterback in the shotgun. He's getting quicker, and I don't know if there's any other room on that helmet for another sticker as he gets a touchdown on a 45-yard plus run. Oh, that lacrosse leopard pumping up the crowd. Taylor Stoll will quarterback. He's going to sweep it left, way left, inside the pylon. Touchdown lacrosse. Laces out. It's good. Moundridge Wildcats showing that H-back option play, and Shelby Sparks will make the catch right here. Stoll on the tackle and a big gain for the Cats. Alex Ott gives to Daniel Ratzlaff. He finds a pile of leopards and a short gain. Ott to pass. And he ought not throw that in triple coverage as Clayton Basco gets a pick. Lacrosse shuts down Moundridge 34-0. Meet Buffalo taking on the Oakley Plainsmen. Trevor Wines is running outside. You won't tackle me, and I'm going to stiff arm you. Touchdown Meade, and a 29-yard run. Just Summit Wines 345 yards on the ground for the night. Jarrett Keller play action. Cody Gamble reception for 6 for the Plainsmen. It's Wines time once again. Looks familiar, but not quite the same, because this time he goes for 65 yards and the big that tastes good. 4th down, Meade to punt. High snap to Adrian Fonestill. He falls on it, but that's a safety. 2 points for Oakley. How about some cheese to go with this Wines? 68 more yards and another one of 7 touchdowns for number 23. 2-point conversion, Chris Hardaway has Jet Little in the corner of the end zone. Meade advances. Here's a look at some other scores from tonight's area games.
Smoky Hills Public Television is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
The T-Birds dream it. The sky is the limit. Cloud is right along your way to your dream career. Come and see. Get on your way to what you want to be. Cloud County Community College. Going anywhere starts here.
Dove Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, providing sales, service, and genuine GM parts to the Golden Belt since 1957. Located at 4217 West 10th, right next to Brahms in Great Bend. Come see us.
Another week is in the books. Next week will be our season finale, and then it is on to the 8-man state football championships. Catch us next week for football action leading up to all the state football games. Until next time, remember to put on your game face, make up a sign, or just do anything to get the attentions of our cameras, and we just might see you on the Scoreboard Show. Take care and good night.